Hey guys, welcome back to Pleasure Beach. So today I'm going to continue with the seafront. So I'm starting off today with this little building here, which is going to be a games arcade, and I'm very aware that it looks like a Chinese restaurant. Um, wasn't my intention, but basically I tweak it along the way, and it does end up looking more like an arcade. So on top here, I wanted to do something that I've seen quite often in theme parks and in other people's creations and things. It's quite a common thing to do, and it's to make the look of a roller coaster on top of the roof by using these wavy pieces. So basically this is just like a design thing. It looks like a little old-fashioned wooden roller coaster there on top of the roof. I think it's just really cool, quite traditional, so I wanted to include that. So I actually want to include a arcade on the inside of the park as well. So this park will actually have two arcades, one on the outside, one on the inside, but I want them to be two different styles. So this one on the seafront is more of a traditional looking arcade. Maybe it's a bit older, and I think maybe the one on the inside will have more of like a geek nerd kind of feel to it. Maybe, you know, more vibrant neon colors, that kind of thing. It's very hard actually not to make them look like American diners. I feel like if you use certain colors, it might look more like an American diner, and I used green and yellow in this one, and it looked like a Chinese restaurant, for example. So I'm just kind of, you know, trying to keep them looking like arcades. So also what I'm finding difficult with the seafront is actually all the buildings are square, and I think square buildings look really boring, and so I try and just kind of change it up. I mean, this one is obviously square, but I've left a gap at the back, so I feel like maybe there could be like an alleyway, they can throw the rubbish out, that kind of thing. So now I'm moving into a fast food restaurant. I'm not going to say which one it is yet, but if you can guess before I put the sign up, then maybe it's a good little game to play. But yeah, so this one is a very common fast food restaurant, and I've basically looked up a reference photo on Google, and I'm just kind of following the standard kind of look that they use. So I feel like most seafronts that I've been on have the same things. They always have a few fast food restaurants, an arcade, a small hotel, B&Bs, ice cream places, casinos, that kind of thing. So that's kind of what I'm sticking with these buildings. So here go on the golden arches. So of course this is a McDonald's. The letter there is from the letters mod, and I mean, the M's not quite as curvy as I would like, but you know, it does the job. You can see what it is, and I actually quite like the style that the modern McDonald's have, and they have like the McCafe section as well, which uses like stone and wood, very alpine kind of looking. But I did that on the corner there, just to give it like a, you know, a McCafe kind of vibe. And again, I've left an alleyway down the back there, which can go right down to the back of the arcade. And again, it's just for not to make the building so square, and so that maybe behind there can be like a rubbish. I'm going to build like a skip now, or something that resembles a skip, just behind there, just so that it's not all, like I said, one long square building. So on to the next building. This is going to be a coffee shop, and I actually based it on a Starbucks. And again, I just looked up a reference photo on Google of a few different Starbucks. They have a very distinct look. They're quite generic. They all use a brick wall, a beige kind of plain wall, and they have those green, solid green canopies that go over the windows. So I'm just going to include all those kind of features, and by using the photos that I found, just going to make up my own little version of a Starbucks coffee shop. Obviously, the one thing I don't have is that logo of the white lady on that green circle. So I'm going to just, for now, put a a green circle on the wall and it will represent a coffee shop. But maybe I can think of something that I could do to make it look a bit more like a Starbucks, I guess. So I left this kind of open, wide alley between the Starbucks and the McDonald's. I think I'm going to put some outdoor seating just in that little alley. And also it's just a place where a rubbish man could come and go down the alley and go to the left or right to the back of those shops and take the rubbish away or that kind of thing. Obviously, again, like I said before, not something that actually happens in the game, but something I just think about with details when building these kind of things. So as I've said in previous videos, I'm playing on beta 3 because I'm having mod problems with beta 5, and I actually said that I wasn't going to try and use any mod sets that weren't on the Steam Workshop, like the Shy Guys sets. I know that the Shy Guys 1 and the dining set are now on there, but the Shy Guys 2, 3 and 4 are not on there, and I've tried my hardest not to use those sets, but unfortunately I gave in and I ended up using just a few little pieces from each of them. So I'm hoping those sets actually do get updated and put on the Steam Workshop, so that when this game, this park is downloadable, those mods that I've used will be actually in the game. If not, I will just put a link like I normally do to where you can find those mods. And also what I'm really excited about, actually is the reason why I started this project, is the lighting in beta 5 is really cool. And I have really good ideas for where to put lights and to light up the seafront and to put little lights all the way along, you know, like a wooden roller coaster or something like they have on those old-fashioned wooden coasters. So that's the kind of idea behind why I really wanted to do something where I could really use the lighting to its full advantage. And obviously because I'm playing beta 3, I can't use the lighting right now, but I have left things ready for me to go in beta 5 and put all the lighting in. So this is the next building, which I wanted to be a casino. And again, like I've kind of said with all the other buildings, this isn't really looking what I wanted it to look like. This again looks like American diner or a Chinese restaurant. But I tweak it, change the colors and stuff. As you'll see as I'm building it, I tweak it constantly throughout the build. And in the end, it's the one building on the seafront that I'm not 100% happy with. So maybe I'll have to go back at a later date and change it slightly. But it's very blocky, this one, and I'm just not sure. And I don't know whether it says casino when you look at it. Maybe I need to write the word casino on the front of it so everyone knows it's a casino. But I'm going to show you the footage of me building it anyway. So yeah, as I said, it's not my favourite, but it's okay for now. I think the problem I had starting off is that I used this baby pink, and I think that's what started to make it look like an American diner. So I do change that. But I think you do have to be really careful with the colours you use when building buildings, because the slightest colour can make it look like something it's not. I haven't really been to many casinos, so I haven't really got like a great knowledge on how they look. I've only been to like 1 or 2. I've been to the G Casino in Blackpool, but only to have dinner. But I can't really remember what that one looks like. But I've again looked at references, but all the references on Google show you Vegas, and they are so big, and the casinos there are mostly in hotels, so that's not really what I wanted to go for. So I've drawn a few reference photos, and I've just drawn inspiration from those pictures to try and create something. So one thing I haven't done yet with these buildings is add the AC units and the vents on the roof. I will go back and do it all at once, all together later on, but it's not really something I enjoy doing. It's one thing that kind of bores me to do, but it's one of those things that looks really, really cool when you've done it, and it really adds that extra little detail, puts that cherry on top of the cake for your buildings. So I will do it, just I didn't do it in this video. So I'm just trying to add some little details or like design things to this casino just to make it look a bit more interesting, because like I said, I'm not 100% happy with this one. And I've kind of settled for this red and champagne kind of color theme for this building, which I think looks best. Right, so on to the last building for today. This is an ice cream shop, ice cream parlor, whatever you want to call it. And basically for this one I just used my imagination, and I'm just using those very, you know, known ice cream colors, those mint greens for the chocolate chip and the pink for the strawberry flavor, that kind of thing. And I'm basically just going to play around with some of the shapes and things and just see what I kind of come up with. So I want this building to be a corner building, to have 2 entrances, as this will be the last building along the seafront. And I want to have like a really nice outdoor seating area for people who maybe are not going to the pleasure beach but will just want to have an ice cream and walk along the seafront. So the next thing along from this on the seafront will obviously be the main entrance to the park. So I will start that in the next episode. But today I just really wanted to show you all the buildings complete along the seafront so that I can actually move on to start building the park and showing you what I create inside the park gates. So I shall leave you now to watch the rest of this video. If you've liked this episode, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also don't forget to click that little bell icon to be notified when I next upload a video. So as always, I've left some screenshots at the end of this video for you to check out what I've done today. And again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!